Brother is on the phone with police after running outside himself. Eventually, the suspects left, but were caught when they sought medical treatment.
We're starting to see more and more violent crimes such as this, because not only was this a theft, but during the commission of this theft, there were some firearms brandished at the complainant, and which ultimately made him back off.
Neighbors say the man should make an honest living without fearing this. The suspect who fell is charged with aggravated robbery with a deadly weapon. Ooh, a lot to unpack there. KCAL News Mornings at 9 starts right now.
This is KCAL News Mornings.
Now at 9, space dust or something more mysterious. We're live with what some people saw in the sky early this morning.
Plus, pain at the pump. Gas prices are climbing across SoCal. We'll take a look at what's driving the hike.
And we're answering the age-old question, how often should you really be cleaning your hair? I know, I think about it all the time. It'll all come out in the wash just ahead.
And let's take a live look outside. What a beautiful morning out there. A little hazy along the beach. It's 8:59 right now.
We hope you're having a good morning. You're watching KCAL News Mornings at 9, and today is Tuesday, April 2nd. I'm Jamie Yukas.
I'm Ruta Shabasi. Thanks for joining us. Alex and Kalina are here to bring you next weather and traffic. Good morning to both of you. And we'll begin with a beautiful morning your side, Alex.
And I do love to deliver the good news.
Been waiting to say that.
I have been waiting to talk about the sunshine, the warmer temperatures. Now, the warm-up is going to be short-lived.
That's okay.
Yeah. But
we'll take what we can
it's
get.
Part of my job, right? To tell you about everything that's happening here.
Prepare us.
Prepare you. Exactly. So we will, of course, get to those details. Want to start off with this live look over Blue Ridge. This is up in the mountains. Let's go to Camarillo, though. Ventura County temperatures in the 50s at this hour. We are seeing the sunshine. Here's the good news for you this morning. I don't have any advisories. I don't have any warnings for you. I'm just here to let you know it's going to be a beautiful day. We've got temperatures for you in the 70s, upper 70s across the riverside, and even some of our warmer valley locations expected to reach temperatures into the lower 80s heading into this afternoon. Okay, we are all cheering for the Dodgers. They're taking on the Giants this evening. If you are headed to the game, we've got temperatures for you primarily in the 60s, upper 50s as we head into around the 9 o'clock hour. Clear sky, beautiful evening to head to the game. So we do have a chance of rain. That is going to increase as we head late Thursday and into Friday. Cold system coming through. So while we feel temperatures today and tomorrow 70s and 80s, it's going to drop significantly. But here is what I want to highlight for you at this moment. The weekend looking rain-free. So that is the good news if you've got plans outdoors this weekend. But it's going to get a little dicey as we head into that late Thursday, Friday timeline. Temperatures will drop, and this is a cold system, so we will see snow levels dropping significantly, and that could be impacting you if you are planning to travel through some of our major mountain passes. So we will talk all of the details coming up in your extended next weather forecast in just a few minutes. Now we send it over to Kalina with a look at traffic.
All right, good morning. We're taking a look at LA overall, where we're seeing some improvements there, which is some great news. Also, some improvements happening on this incident in the westbound 134 from Harvey to Glendale. This is that deadly crash that's been here all morning, but the investigation has wrapped up, so crews should be picking up that closure in the next couple of minutes or so. That backup, though, is still there right now. Only that right lane is open until they fully pick up the closure, but the speed and the time frame for your travel time is already improving. It's now at 47 minutes between San Rafael to Glendale Avenue. Now, we do have a stalled big rig northbound 605 past Valley Boulevard. That right lane is blocked off. You'll see that backup from just before the 60. And here's a look at the Inland Empire. The 91 looks great. The 15, though, still has this SIG alert: crash and fuel spill northbound 15 at Kenwood. 2 right lanes are closed. That is a backup leaving the 215. Ruta, back to you.
Kalina, thank you. Dozens of people violated in a crime spree that police say stretched from Long Beach to Glendale.
The man they say is behind it is now in custody. KCAL News reporter Cara Finstrom is live in Long Beach with a huge list of crimes detectives say the suspect pulled off there. Cara.
That's right, and we are talking about 25 break-ins just here in Long Beach. On top of that, detectives at this station, they're telling us that they think this same man is responsible for more burglaries in nearby areas. Take a look. One woman who was hit provided us with pictures from inside her home of where she says a burglar broke in, snatched items. Detectives with the Long Beach Police Department say they have arrested 48-year-old David Silver in connection with these burglaries. Neighbors say they provided home security footage that led them to him. Detectives say they searched Silver's home, and because of what was recovered, suspect he's responsible for many more break-ins and may have targeted homes in Glendale, Los Alamitos, Cerritos, and Torrance. They think Silver posed as a salesman or a service worker, and if no one answered the door, would break in and steal jewelry, collectible coins, heirlooms, and money. The woman who shared the photos with us spoke about what was taken from her.
Some jewelry, a little bit of cash, but the thing that was the worst was my Social Security card, birth certificate, passport, and so that, of course, just the thought of your identity being stolen. So that was probably the thing that was, it's the thing that bothers me the most.
And she says she is relieved to know that they do have a suspect now in custody. Silver being held with no bail set. Back to you.
All right, Cara, thank you.
Detectives are on the scene of a shooting that sent one man to the hospital. Our assignment manager Mark Lewis at the desk with details, including what led up to the gunfire. Mark.
Yeah, Rudabe, so witnesses said they heard voices of men arguing and then shots rang out. One person was hit. The shooter's still on the loose. We had a breaking news photographer at the scene this morning. Take a look. Here at the desk, we just got a news release about this from Burbank PD. They said the shooting went down in an alley near Elmwood and Glen Oaks Boulevard in Burbank. 911 calls started coming in from people in the area around 3:20 this morning. The first arriving Burbank police officers say they found a man down on the ground near the intersection, suffering from a gunshot wound here. Fire paramedics were called. They provided medical aid at the scene, then took that man away to the hospital. The latest update from PD is that the man apparently did not have life-threatening injuries from that gunshot wound. Looks like he's going to be okay. Investigators are gathering evidence now as to how the shooting happened. They say witnesses in the area heard voices that sounded like men arguing, then gunfire. Right now, there is no suspect description or info, and no one in custody yet this morning. That is the very latest from the desk. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Mark, thank you. Well, did you see it? People all over SoCal spotted a series of mysterious lights streaking across the night sky early this morning.
There is plenty of speculation, but no official answers yet. KCAL News reporter Rick Montanez is live in Hollywood with the very latest, and you actually spoke to witnesses, Rick.
Yeah, Rudabe, Jamie, we've been working our sources trying to figure it out. These lights, pretty mysterious at this point, and they were incredible to see. One woman was here on Hollywood Boulevard overnight walking her dog when she saw the lights go right across the sky where you're looking. And it was so incredible, she just had to hang up her phone call and record this video.
Look at that. Do you see that up there? What is that? I have no idea.
That's the voice of Rosaline Brown. She recorded this at 1:45 this morning while walking her dog when she spotted the lights. She says she's glad she's not alone because she really couldn't believe it. We also saw several video clips from these streaking lights posted from all over SoCal, near Exposition Park, out in Highland in the Inland Empire. In the video, you see the lights streaking across the sky appear to break into pieces and scatter a bit. One man who recorded the video in the IE tells me it was a spectacle to see. Another woman says she couldn't believe her eyes, and even if you didn't see it firsthand, like most of us, the video is still incredible.
Well, I thought it was beautiful, but then I was also afraid it was something bad, you know, because it kind of reminded me of like when I've seen rocket launches online. You know, I was hoping it wasn't something bad, but I had to call people. I was glad there was a girl on the street to like make sure I wasn't seeing things, but it was beautiful and it was so slow.
So you might have seen this yesterday, too. SpaceX launched Falcon 9 rocket into orbit, and that was to send up some satellites into orbit. But what we saw overnight, well, it may or may not be connected to that. We've reached out to SpaceX and to Vandenberg Space Force Base because that is where the launch took place. We're waiting to hear back from them. Our assignment desk also reached out to JPL, to NASA, trying to work our sources to see what the source of this mystery light is. As soon as we get an official answer, we'll of course let you know. Live in Hollywood, Rick Montanez, KCAL News.
Rick, thank you. Breaking news just into our newsroom. President Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping held their first call together since last year's November summit here in California. Chinese broadcasters say the two leaders talked U.S.-China relations and other issues like AI and security. The talk comes as tensions rise in the South China Sea and ahead of the inauguration of Taiwan's next president. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says 8 workers were unintentionally killed in an Israeli airstrike. 6 World Central Kitchen aid workers and their Palestinian driver were all killed. The organization suspended food delivery today to the region. Israel's military expressed, quote, sincere sorrow over the incident and vowed an independent investigation. In a statement, Chef Jose Andres, who founded World Central Kitchen, said he is heartbroken and grieving for the victims' families, adding that these people are not faceless or nameless. He also called on the Israeli government to stop killing civilians and aid workers and to stop using what he called food as a weapon.
Finnish authorities are investigating a deadly shooting at a school just north of Helsinki. Local authorities say one child was killed and 2 others were seriously hurt. A 12-year-old suspect was taken into custody. Finland's education minister tearfully addressed the press, saying the incident is devastating because gun violence among young people is rare in their country. It's been 1 week since the deadly bridge collapse in Baltimore. Crews continue to work around the clock to remove wreckage. It is a long road ahead, but there are signs of progress. A temporary passageway was opened yesterday for smaller ships to get around the side of the collapse. Crews also need to remove debris to reach the bodies of 4 construction workers presumed killed in that collapse. President Biden is pressing Congress to approve funding to pay for the cleanup and rebuild. The White House says he will visit that site on Friday.
The time right now, 9:09.
It's the end of a tournament journey for one local college basketball